Good morning! Welcome to another episode of our Ahipara new build. Alright, in this episode we're going to be doing driven piles, bearers and subfloor framing. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got heaps of different bits and pieces to talk about, like liquefaction, why we're using these massive 6-meter piles that are getting driven 4.5 meters into the ground. But yeah, make sure you freaking watch till the end because there's so much funny shit going on. But yeah, we're just waiting on the digger driver to show up and we're gonna start ramming in these bad boys. So woohoo! Let's get it. And here he comes as we speak. Fuck yeah. Oh, he's reversing in. Look at this shit. Massive digger. Stoked! Woohoo! Fuck yeah. Alright, digger driver's just showed up. He's brought his drill bits. So first plan of attack is we're going to go through and we're going to drill all these holes at about 1 meter deep, 800 to 1 meter, and what that's going to do is going to give guidance for our poles so they don't skew off anywhere. But I've just been informed there could potentially be swamp carry under here, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we get a good run, but you never know.
It's only a dream, nothing is really what it seems anyway. Now little by little, in the twilight's gentle flow, in the dance of fading light we grow. You get fooled by anyone so easily. I'm lost. You say you're tired, so am I. But without you, I'm lost. I'm lost. Yeah, we can walk on water while the boats are leaking. Soon the walls will be giving in. Anytime now, anytime now. Another shrug of the shoulders. I guess I'll be walking home in the rain. I lost you, but then you were mine again.
Alrighty, Tim Tidy. Now we've got all our pilot holes drilled out. I'm calling them pilot holes because we're literally like pre-drilling a small hole to fit a fucking massive nail in it, really. That's pretty much exactly what we're doing. But now that we've done that, we've set up our string lines. And these are gonna be a reference line that we can measure off to make sure that our posts are bang on center. We wanna try and get them bang, 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 bang on, so our bearer lines are perfect. Now we've just used our building line. This is gonna be enough offset for us to get our pole in and then measure to the 200 center that we need. 6 meter, 175 SEDs are going in the holes, 49 of the bastards. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get a few in today. Hopefully the engineer comes and checks us out. And then yeah, eh? Ooh, ooh, ooh. started ramming in our frickin' driven piles, look. Okay, so pretty much we called the engineer, couldn't make it today, and we just called him up and said, what do you want from us? And he wanted us to put in a couple of test piles, which was this one and the one in the far corner, and that is where he tested the softer soil, so those are the ones we needed to ram in first. And the way we test the strength of the pile is pretty much, we've got the hammer weight over there, and then the height of the hammer will hit down on top of this. And then we put a little mark here. Every time the hammer hits, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We put a mark, and then that distance is pretty much our set mark, our set measurement. And we can't go any bigger than 50 mil, and these are like 50 mil every set. So he's pretty spot on with his calculation, which is good. That means we can go through and frickin' ram the rest of them in. The bro, he's off. He's got an important meeting at the pub. But yeah, all in all a pretty good day. And we'll just see in the morning to continue doing this. And man, I feel like a bear, but stuff you, Fabian. Alrighty, well Fabiano is frickin' smashing all the piles in. Let's talk about our bearer joins. How our bearers are joining together on top of our posts. Obviously we can't get a piece of timber long enough to run all the way along, so we need to join it on a post, and there's a specific join we've got to do. It's called scarfing. Alright, so I've just gone along and I've measured the centers of all my posts and written them down here. So first things first, I want to frickin' square the timber up. See, big square. Now, actually first things first, I want to check the crown of the timber, what way that's going. And that is going that way. So I put a big tick here, tick, tick, so I know what way it's going. Now I want that crown facing the same way every single time I'm doing this cut, so I don't get confused. You could imagine if it was going that way, that means I'd have to put my cut on the other side. You'll see in a second why. Now, because we're going to have a continuous run of bearers all the way along, there's going to be several scarf joins. This is pretty much what we're going to be cutting out, right? Now, this has been designed by the engineer, specific heights by specific width. And the way we do that is pretty much, I've got my center of my board, right? But the center of my post is right here. So I've got an extra 200 mil I've got to add on, and then also 200 on the other side. So we need to make sure that this is my measurement, 5030. So we want to be going 5430. It's going to mark a 400 mark here because that's the length of our scarf join. Then I want to mark 5430, and I also want to mark 5030 because that's going to be our scarf join pretty much. So if I come in 200 mil there, that's going to be the center. My post is going there. Now that I've got those marks, I'm just going to put center. Pretty much what I'm going to do is I need to make sure that I'm cutting this scarf to join into this one. Now I've got my first piece cut here, so realistically, this is the one I'm joining into. What I'm going to do, make sure I'm looking at that, got it the right way, and I want to pretty much mark a little point there. Now on this scarf join we're going to be coming 50mm up from the bottom and 50mm down from the top, but I don't want to use my 50mm from the top. All my measurements want to be coming from the underneath side of the timber. The reason being is the width of this timber can vary quite dramatically. So you can imagine if this was a 5mm bigger. See, it's actually not too bad, but yeah, my measurement is 243mm. And how I got that is I did my first cut, did 50mm down, 50mm up, and cut it. Well, I didn't cut it, and then I measured from the bottom up to that mark, and that was going to be my measurement, so 243mm. If we don't do that, the scarf joint is not going to, could potentially not line up very well. So I get my big square, mark that along, and X that out, so you can imagine once I've cut that out, it's going to join nicely in with that one over there. Now I've got this over here. Do my mark. Actually, I should probably do it that way. Yeah. Then 50mm up, check the squares on 50mm, put that in the apron, and then 243 up, again, big square, and that way you can actually sort of see the join right there. That's pretty much going to be it. Once I cut that, you can imagine the other bear is going to come in and sit on top. We're going to have a bolt, our post. Let's just say our post is going to be like this. This is our post. Then we put a bolt through here and a bolt through here, and it connects it together. And that's pretty much the strongest way to connect two pieces of timber together on a long run like that. Yeah, so I'll cut this and then I'll just do the rest of them. 300 by 50 for the center, and then we've got 250 by 50s for the outside.
We don't care if it's only a dream. Nothing is really what it seems anyway. Now little by little, in the twilight's gentle flow, in the dance of fading light we grow. You get fooled by anyone so easily. I'm lost. You say you're tired, so am I. But without you,
Just like an old man would say, better safe than sorry. What? We smashed it! Quite literally. We got all the frickin' piles in. Man, that was a fucking clean run. Fucking Fabiano was doing great with all the leveling. Going like this, like this, like this. Bro, but as we were frickin' setting these out, not setting them out, but as we were doing our sets for each pole, when we're doing our sets, it's pretty much dictating how far the pole needs to go into the ground. and if we need to attach another one on, I'll hit it in. And while we were doing that, bro, we almost fucked up big time. We put a pile in there when we didn't need to. And I was looking at the plan going, we've got 49 poles and 49 holes. We're missing a fucking pile somewhere. What the? And we missed one down over there, but luckily we didn't fucking ram it in. Okay, so what the plan of attack is now that we've got everything in, we've set the laser up, we're gonna go through and we're gonna chop the tops of the posts off to the top of bearer height. That way we can sort of get a better gist on our chamfers we're gonna do on top of the post. So yeah, cut the tops off and then, well, we're probably gonna run out of fuel, so we'll just see how we get on, but. Phew!